Hey y'all, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time zone you are on. I thank you so much for watching me, taking the time to listen to what God has to say through me. I'm coming on this morning to finish up the Freedom series. The last topic that I am going to talk about regarding the Freedom series is freedom from self. And I know I talked about this in a past video, Free Yourself from Yourself. But the thing with freedom from yourself is simply this. It's you're giving your life to Christ. You're living by 2 Corinthians 5 and 17. You become a new creature. Old things are passed away. And when you free yourself, when you receive freedom from yourself, your thoughts are no longer your thoughts. Your ways are no longer your ways. You're turning everything over to God. And because we are human, that is going to be impossible for us to be 100% perfect on this side. But the thing is, we need to continue to strive. And when we're freeing ourselves from ourselves, the first thing that we need to do, men and women of God, is speak positivity over ourselves. Stop speaking negative words over ourselves, because we need to realize, men and women of God, the things that we speak over ourselves are seeds that we plant, and they will manifest and they will grow if we continue to grow them. Like the video that I put up before this one from my sister Nicole, you have to free yourself from your ex situations. Whatever your ex situations is, you have to free yourself from that. You have to stop holding yourself bondage from the things of your past, from the mistakes that you made yesterday. That was then. Once you ask God for forgiveness and for his help for deliverance, he is going to start guiding you in that direction. But we have to, like I've said in numerous videos, stop picking it back up. Once we give it to him, men and women of God. Freeing ourselves from ourselves is such a awesome and humbling experience, because we tend to take the things of our past and bring them with us in our future. But that's the thing. When God sees us in our future, men and women of God, he doesn't see our used to be's or our past labels, the past toxic thoughts that we used to have. He doesn't see the past opinions of other people. All he sees is what we're striving to do, what we're reaching for, and what he has called us to do as his children and men and women of God, living by his word. So what I encourage you all to do is, whatever it is that is allowing you to still hold on to sad part, the negative parts of yourself, or to speaking toxic words over yourself, men and women of God, I encourage you to trust God, to lean on God, like I always say, for his understanding, not yours. We are overcomers by his blood. We we are overcomers by the power of our testimony. That is Revelations 12 and 11, kind of paraphrased it. But nonetheless, once we are free, once we give ourselves to God, everything that once had us bound, he has picked it up and carried it for us when he died on that cross. Yes, we have our own cross to bear, men and women of God. But the great thing about God is He knows all. He sees all. He's omnipresent. He's omnipotent. He knows the things of our past, and he don't hold it against us. So why do we hold it against ourselves? Once we ask him to forgive us, men and women of God, let him do that. Let his blood be the power that it is. His blood never loses power. Our testimony and his saving grace never loses power. But if we continue to speak toxic words, if we continue to think toxic thoughts, if we continue to live by labels and people's opinions, we will never be able to free ourselves from ourselves. The only opinion that matters, men and women of God, is God and his son Jesus and the Holy Spirit. And he has put us all here for a different task and a different purpose. But it's up to us to trust in him, to surrender to him all that we can surrender, because we will never be able to give total submission to God because of our flesh. But when we trust in him, we lean on him, we trust in the power of his blood and his promises, we will be able to free ourselves from ourselves and become that new creature that God talks about in 2 Corinthians 5:17. We will be able to be the overcomer from his blood by the power of our testimony. So whatever your testimony is, men and women of God, walk in that. Whatever your past is, men and women of God, use it for his glory. Give it to him. Don't carry it as a burden. Use it as a tool, a next level, a next step to reaching God, freeing yourself from yourself. That is what he came for, to free us from our sin and fleshly ways. We will never be perfect, like I said, but because of his glory and giving it to him, we will be able to continue to peel off layers and layers and layers. And as long as we trust in him, believe in his word, lean not into our own understanding, but in all ways acknowledge him, study to show ourselves approved unto God, a workman that needed not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. As long as we have a personal relationship with him and we are not ashamed of where he has brought us from, we can peel back these layers and be naked, but never ashamed of what he has brought us from, what he has given us the strength to endure. So I encourage you, men and women of God, to become naked and not ashamed, and free yourself from yourself. Until next, men and women of God, be blessed, be encouraged, and keep smiling, because it can always be worse. Don't never take any day for granted. Each day that you're able to see another day is a blessing. Until next video, be blessed.